safest places in the National Football League.
Chiefs coming off a bye. They need this game. Denver off a mini bye after playing. And we're ready to roll with a touchback to get things started. Bo Nix coming out. His fourth quarter work has been passes 18 consecutive games. But in this 10-game home win streak, he's had 29 total touchdowns.
Is what you would rather have, but they need to get off to a better start today and play from the lead. This is going to be a monster game. They
recognize the moment. That was the mantra to the team. Chance what you can do as far as almost putting away KC. First to start it.
Trying to be aggressive. You're going to see right off the edge. We're going to slide the line to the everywhere. This is going to be the challenge for Kansas City today, Jim. Or the challenge for Denver. You have a
how to pick up the blitz. You saw it right there. Spags blitz gets a sack to start it. 2nd and 16. Let's talk about a key matchup here. These two coaches that have certainly excelled. New Orleans and his offensive wizardry, his teams through the years averaged the most points per game in league history.
You're exactly right. This is going to be the matchup. Bo Nix. He's going to play pressure. He's going to go one-on-one. I think Cortland Sutton will actually be the key to this game. Got to get him the ball.
What way? And the pass comes instead to Bryant. The rookie has the first down, so they get out of the to start getting a first down in the opening drives.
It's just a great play design when you can go ahead and a little too much disguise right there by Spagnuolo. This is what Denver needed, that type of start.
Meanwhile, a handoff to Harvey, who again is going to see a lot of work today with J.K. Dobbins being put on injured.
More pressure. He brought it on the first play with the sack. Tranquil is coming on that one. And you better have a not made the AFC Championship with Patrick Mahomes. Spagnuolo will bring his best as well today.
So it sticks after a poor first down play as Nix goes way down the field. Franklin for them to do in this game was to show some deep balls early, and you got one right there.
And this was so close. I mean, you take your shots early, get this defense off. If you don't do that against Kansas City, they will suffocate you. But I do think it was close.
Kind of close. It was close. Yeah, it would have been a great catch.
Changes the game sometimes.
3rd and 11. Specials in Sutton picking up a first down.
You want to talk about a big route, and that was a bullet right into his chest, and you can't ask for a better start. If
yardage, and that was a big one. 2 big conversions so far.
Yes,
for the Broncos on this opening series,
which will be key in this game.
And Ingram, the former tight end by way of the Giants and the Jaguars, has about 7 or 8.
We saw Bo Nix wisely checks it down, but Kincaid had a big game against Kansas City. It's one area that doesn't line up at the tight end position a lot. He's more in the slot, but I think you're going to see that change in this game, and he needs to have a big game.
And he gets the tote. McLaughlin takes a defender with him, and he's got the first down.
And how about the aggressiveness of Sean Payton? Oh, you want us to be more aggressive?
They have just 2 total rushes so far with 5 pass plays.
10.
They're going to go back to McLaughlin. Little hesitation on the handoff, and he's bursting ahead for about 6.
Dobbins is incredible. They've got to adjust, but I like McLaughlin and Harvey. McLaughlin is shifty.
Harvey comes in. Just the 2nd game, by the way, McLaughlin's been up this year.
Yep. This is going to be key, though. He's got a 2nd and 4. You can just run the ball if you want.
So, out of the gun. Straight pass play. Nix near side. Back to Bryant. Another occasion to move the chains. Watson on the coverage.
It's a great play design. Stack, stay on their guy. And right now, Sean Payton is putting on a clinic other than the first play on the sack.
They've gone, Tony, they've 1st and 10 at the 12.
Throw.
Harvey, who was a quarterback before he's a running back. Wait.
Nix had to turn into cornerback, not the quarterback. And you're exactly right. There's a reason why they moved the positions.
As a quarterback, and then ended up leading the Big 12 last year in yards per carry. They found him in the...
Would have intercepted that ball after the sack, having a good series here. Lucky for Denver.
2nd and 10. Brought down by Cook.
This is an Ingram-Sutton game. If they each have 15 targets, would have coming in.
Boy, just using up the clock here to start the game. 6.5 minutes in. Going to try to get it up top. Here's Nix. Pressure. Been a lot of talk about where are all the sacks. He gets one in the first quarter today.
When the Chiefs are, their backs are Chris Jones has been awfully quiet this year. Expect the inner beast to come out today, and he's like, oh, this is important.
Let's field goal from about, what, 29 it'll be. Ross points on their opening drive. First time in 9 miles from here. Great gathering place. Always been a gorgeous week. Not the way they wanted to end it with just a field goal, but they took half a quarter keeping Mahomes off the field.
Plays in the National Football League.
Here's the kick. Comes down to Remigio. Runs it against the Broncos is 13-1. But in the last couple of years, here, crowd is going crazy and exploding their defense. But he did not play as they rested the starters week 18.
It is rocking. This is as loud as I've heard anywhere this year.
First snap for the nice block, and Cooper brought him down. Let's go to your tape room.
Well, the tape room is week 10 last year. 6-man blitz. 6-man pressure again. Big play, helping set up a key field goal.
And Josh Simmons, their left tackle, is back after a 4-game absence with personal reason. And he just overthrew him by a couple of steps.
Remember, you talked about how I said, Bowden, just let Worthy run. The fastest guy at the combine. Mahomes has an arm like very few. You're getting Kansas City's best today, Jim.
That was Barron in coverage. Remember, Pat Surtain, last year's defensive player, the 2nd and 10. Mahomes fires and incomplete, trying to find Noah Gray.
So close.
As you see Surtain, who got injured right before the end of the half of the Cowboy game here 3 weeks ago.
And not keep going out because he's got to keep it inside. Denver's outside leverage. This is where
crazy defense is ready to pounce. 3rd and 10. They seal the pocket. And that was Abrams' drain on the coverage. They tried 2 deep balls against that second.
Kansas City, what their focus is, find the man-to-man matchup. And both balls are just over.
15 pass plays by the teams combined so far, and only 3 rushes. Ariza to punt. Here's Mims cutting it upfield. This is what we're talking about. Here goes Mims with a block. He's at the 50. Hit him. There is a flag after a 68-yard run back.
Like electric returners in the game, but this will be coming back.
Yeah, the flags are all the way back.
So if you're a Denver fan, that gives you a chance.
Adrian Hill leading.
Game-changing call right here.
During the kick, illegal block of 1st down Denver.
It was well before then, push in the back. So it'd almost be like pushing someone into the ball carrier, they're saying.
Gene Steratore back in New York.
Right there. Great job by our team to find that.
Here's a handoff down to about the 7 in that goal.
It is a rarity, Jim. Very rarely do you see a block in the back like that on the kicking team. We saw in the replay. That's not a defensive play. This is just a push in the back. And because it is on the kicking team, which is the defense.
Ready.
Well said.
Here's a 2nd and 6. And Harvey tries to switch, pointed out, the rookie from Florida State. And now the Broncos face a 3rd and 5. They've already...
Huge call here. You're off to a great start. If you're Denver, things are going your way. But if Kansas City holds you to a field goal...
There he is. This is the 7th red zone snap already for Denver. They can get a 1st down at the 1. Chanel, who made the big blocked field goal last year at Arrowhead, as the Chiefs...
Unique. They move him everywhere, and he'll line up in the A gap, pretend like he's a D tackle. That would have been a touchdown if he didn't tip that to Sutton.
He's all over the place. Denver fans are tired of seeing him, but this one 24 yards, and it's 6-0.
This is exciting. This is an exciting game. You ready for...
Inside the 10 a couple of times, and the Broncos have had to settle for 2 Lutz field goals.
They're going from 3 points to getting the 6 and 7 on the extra point, and right now Kansas City's winning that battle.
One aggression by Tillman, after a 20-yard run back. It's been a struggle for the Chiefs on the run. Patrick Mahomes, it's just they've run into issues most recently up in Buffalo and in that.
Bosa had an incredible game, but remember, they didn't have full strength. Now they're back at full strength. Early in games, I just see certain things that kind of flash. Kansas City feel his sense of urgency, not just throughout the week with his communication, but the way he's playing right now, Jim. Watch out.
He's down at the 39. They give it to Hunt and Kareem, the king of the West. The numbers are staggering. I'm going to get back to this a little later on. 19-2 on the road in the division. 7 straight titles under Mahomes. 9 overall. Now, I say 19-2 on game in Brazil this year against the Chargers. It wasn't really a true road game, but it counted as a Los Angeles
home. This division. Today, I want to see Andy Reid commit a little bit to the run. And pretty well, Simmons has helped a ton coming back. Keep having him the ball, but they've got to run it today as this game continues to win.
And again, and Mahomes with a little pump fake and a flag down, falls at the 41. That was Malcolm Roach, who
Sua Matia here might have taken Roach's helmet off.
Illegal use of the hands to the face, offense, number 70.
It's pretty clear as day. Go ahead and take a look right here. Yeah, you can't do that. That's not allowed.
So they spark the football back at the
part of the reason.
Bonito and Cooper sit out this play for that Denver defense. Gain of about 4. It is update time, which means it's Adam Shine time in New York.
Devontae Adams 10th on the season. 14-3 Rams leading Seattle. Early second, back to you.
MVP candidate. I don't think he's got enough of that attention.
Hasn't. Stafford should almost be the leader in the clubhouse.
Agree. Here's his right there with him. Incomplete. And they throw a flag that's going to be pass inter.
He's been playing good football.
Pass interference. Deep.
Well, you see he's been playing good football, and the run with Worthy is good, but don't hold him. Just a little. That's so small. Didn't even.
From the other side, you couldn't see the grab, and it didn't look like interference. But from that view, face forward side,
6 passes and 3 of them they have launched downfield.
Rashard Smith comes in at running back, right, and almost intercepted by Hufanga as it bounced off the hands of Rice.
And then they'll seal that edge and allow Mahomes to get out to his right and so quickly to Rice.
Hufanga, a big presence in that secondary, coming by way of the 49ers in free agency. Weaving through traffic, and we got another marker down at the 10-yard line. That picked up 8.
And we talked about before.
Remain second down.
They got Juju on that one. Smith-Schuster.
Yeah, I'm not so sure on that one. Calling it.
For the 2nd and 18. That was a spot foul, so they take it back to the...
And take a shot. Screen. Or chip Noah Gray.
Double walloped by Bonito, one of them, and the other Sternad. And he gets right back on it.
The sacks. He's got counter moves, multiple moves, so diverse. But whoa, that's a wicked shot in the home.
But he's got a 3rd and 15, Tony.
Against a team you would really not like that against, right? Historic rate. This team.
It's Rice, and he's brought down at the 12. Hufanga got to him first, and another marker.
Could be another hold on Smith-Schuster. Possibly. I just think that shows you the respect Kansas City has for this Denver pass rush. That we're not.
And again, they're trying to sort this one out as Matt Nagy talks to Andy.
Offense, number 9. That penalty's declined, 4th down.
More like a hold than the other one. I really feel like Abrams Drain there does a good job fighting
the back-to-back holding calls.
No, nothing to see here. You're good.
Harrison Butker comes in. By the way, this are up there historic, actually. They've only allowed the opponent 28% finding the end zone
from this year, so that was a big focal point this week for both teams.
31 yards for Butker. A rise, all field goals here in the opening quarter.
Hard enough to score touchdowns without penalties. Now give yourself
Best possible shape in Empower Field. You were down there before the game.
It's immaculate. I don't want to say Augusta, but it literally was pure the mark on the field.
Short free kick against the kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 40-yard line, right hash.
Big mistake.
Well, the ownership group led by Greg and Terry Penner, Secretary of State, former Secretary of State, part of that ownership group as well. And it's pretty cool to see how, because we were here to make the conditions premium for the back half of the year.
That's why you're lucky when you get, it all starts at the top. And this
handoff and a quick hit immediately by Aminahu on McLaughlin.
He's starting to flash to me.
Field goals as both teams have been residing in the red zone twice for the Broncos. Touchdowns are hard earned.
You're exactly right. Steve Spagnuolo makes it very difficult. Vance Joseph as well on the other side. And that's going to be the challenge for Bo Nix.
Here's Nix. He bought some time. Whistles it over to McLaughlin. McDuffie wide. It's also the end of the quarter. Well, for a game full of field goals, there was a lot of excitement here.
I think expect something quick. Screen, handoff, something easy.
Oh, boy. Let's bring in Gene Steratore for that play at the end of the quarter. Could have been pivotal if they didn't have the whistle. What'd you see here, Gene?
And then you don't want him held up where you have someone else coming in and taking a cheap shot. Here, I felt like it was a little quick. We were out a little quick there, but a lot of emotion in Mile High Stadium today, fellas.
I got one other thought there, Gene. Was it possible they thought Duffy perhaps was out of bounds when he was tackling McLaughlin at that time?
Well, with look at that too, and the official was winding his arm, signifying that he felt like he was down in bounds.
I thought your most important point.
Right, good stuff, Gene. Here's a soaring punt down to Remigio, fields it at the 5-yard punt. Prentice was down there in this altitude, getting that bonus yardage, but the penalties probably.
There is no foul on the play. First down.
Big call a little bit. It's only 5 yards.
Back to that play again. The out of bounds.
McLaughlin might have touched out of bounds. Obviously, the defender doesn't matter, but that looked like possibly. And his penalties has a better chance.
Handoff Hunt. Hunt finds that seam and able to deliver. This is a defense, when you talk about Vance Joseph, their former head coach, and now their defensive coordinator. He brought Vance here. It was all about building a defense for these 2 games a year against Kansas City.
That's what Sean. So when you're talking about, what we talked about with Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes when we did their game, but this means he's making it very thematic and makes it very tight. It's very rare to see him try and just play backyard football early and good.
He's got time here to throw and finds Hollywood Brown for a pickup of about 5.
Great example there. Ooh, let's see this one. It's awfully close football, and part of the reason Roach had a big play earlier is because they turned, playing great.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Watch out for him right here.
Moves Rice in motion, hands it. 3rd down on the way. Of course, Patrick has a lot of history here. His first NFL start was here, week 17. And
do you remember that first completion he had in the NFL? That was a dime right down the middle.
Yeah, Vance said.
Different division titles after that.
Here's a 3rd and 2. Worthy for the first. And he steps out across the 40-yard line. Gain of 12 there on 3rd order. It went to Demetrius Harris. And, yeah, it's like a small, a little different.
I want to watch out for this one. He's going to be around a while. That was a great route by Worthy.
And again, he's got Rice pummeled right away on the catch by McMillan. Gain of 5.
Cat quick, by the way. Does a great job recognizing the play. Rice cut out with Mahomes. He's taking shots, even though they haven't. It's either that or that.
He's completed his last 6. And he's looking to the sideline with a timeout.
When two people love each other very much, right? That animals do.
Hey, Chris, you're out. Huntley, you're in.
Tyler Huntley, backup parent.
If aggressive to protect your home and auto.
Wow, I feel really prepared for life now.
They have not targeted Kelsey so far in this first half. Sits out this play.
It's the double mug. It's very difficult to deal with. Does he come? Does he not? Do they back everyone out? Usually they back out early.
So Noah Gray now has a couple.
They've got 15 different plays off this, and it presents a ton of issue for opposing teams.
So far in this game, and Cooper and the rest. Here's a first down at the 49. And company. Pickup of 4.
This is a defense. I'd throw the ball early, get it up quick, take your shots like they have, and then run the ball as the game goes on.
Just a little too long, but he's got 10 completions, 64 yards.
Even though he missed, he's in the zone. The ball is coming out of his hand perfectly, and he's doing it in us, and that's a scary proposition when Mahomes is throwing the ball like this on time.
Watch Rice avoid. Tunyon has come in on 1st and 10. The give to Hunt was a big lane for him. Boy, the line did a great job of opening that.
And you'll see the whole line wash down this way. Leave the backside end to play Mahomes on a bootleg.
And this is the 11th play of this drive as Kareem is being talked to on the sideline.
This is hard because you're on the road. He's got to listen to Mahomes. Who you're blocking, who you're not. Same as the other side.
2nd and 3. Moss thought that should have been offensive pass interference.
Both went in motion and did not reset before the snap. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Coordination here not in place on this snap.
So you can't have 2 people in motion. If you do, you got to get set. You can't stay in. There's far too many penalties right now. 5 already early in this game for Kansas City.
They'll take what's there underneath. They'll need about 4 yards after Kelsey. There's Benito.
I was impressed right here. Simmons is going to have a tall task going against him. But the ball's out, so they block it up.
So here we go, 3rd and 4. Smith is in the game. Brashard Smith.
League on 3rd down.
Smith comes out. Benito got a jump on that snap. And there's Kelsey. 1st down, Chiefs.
What a route by Kelsey. Rewind the clock. Just watch. I'm going in. Nope. Goodbye. Creating 3 yards of separation against the young. I read the dictionary.
I'm impressed.
It's the first time.
Awesome.
My wife's like, let's read the dictionary.
Let's get sprightly into the game. The flag is out as Moss was over to the 2nd half of the season. He could be a big presence for them. And that was some tackle.
They don't want to tell us who it is, Holding on the offense. We don't know who it's against, but I promise, not a hold, but.
What's this tackle by Moss?
That is why he's better than people.
Hunt has come back in. Kareem was shaken up a couple of plays ago. They bring in Tunyon and
Tunyon, he has no catches on the year. I wouldn't be shocked if Tunyon, 85, gets a catch.
Here's Mahomes. That ball appeared to be deflected by
left tackle.
Back at the line of scrimmage is where the marker resides.
Offside.
And there's Cooper, who lines up right there.
Yeah, McMillan.
Great job by Brown to stay focused on there, but Cooper, who's an incredible edge rusher.
And they're going to lose a yard right here as Hunt is brought down by Wazarike. Don't yield.
This is it right here. This is literally the game. Who can win the 3rd downs football game?
And again on the season, including earlier today, teams have only found the end zone 9.
The snap fast.
Here you go, 3rd and 3. Benito trying to break free. Here's the chase, and also right in pursuit of Patrick.
When that clock right there is going down, Benito things develop. And to me, that's the hardest part about coming to Denver, Jim. You've got to get out of.
It's a 31-yard attempt for Butker. This is the second from Butker. A 24 and a 29-yarder by Lutz. And it's 6-6. 4.5.
All right, team, listen up. The secret's out. Everyone knows.
Miles, the mascot, visited Colfax Elementary School celebrating kindness with an assembly and activities ahead. Broncos reaching into their community and, as always, making a difference.
All right, Bo does a great job of adjusting that. See what Sean Payton comes up with.
First option not there, so catches in the game. Pat Bryant, rookie out of Illinois, picked up 15.
It's a wonderful job by Bo New. Reset. Flat-footed. You could argue you could stay a little more square, but usually he's to stand in there and go through your progression.
1st and 10. They're on him, and he just dumps it off. Sutton was in the area. Very clear when we met with him on Friday that he has not been happy where his feet have been in the last few weeks.
Don't take a sack. It ends the drive. Don't take a sack. It ends the drive. Well, right there, that was smart. He didn't take a sack. Threw it right into the ground, covered. The first guy you look at, he gets a little bit like chaotic, and it's like take your time and read through it.
And we go down to Trace.
Jim, you guys talked about Bo Nix's footwork. The other thing he mentioned that he focused on during the final play of that last drive before the punt, he was begging Sean to get the play in quicker. And then the offensive line.
Pick up 8 to keep it going.
You're seeing it a little bit, Trace. You're exactly right. It's a muddle huddle where you get up on the ball.
Played by Watson, stayed right there with his man.
I'm impressed with Watson.
Franklin.
I know who I said has been coming on, and guess what? Karlaftis on the backside. It's a great throw. Should have been caught. He put the tape on. He's been just excellent in coverage, and he's a really good tackler. They got 2 stud corners up.
Brushaw will send it back to about the 10-yard line. Field goals in the game so far.
Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. Miles means we earn more too. What's in your wallet?
Pick up about 3 out of that. That's all. That last drive, by the way, that started at the 11 for Kansas City and materialized in a field goal was the drive of Patrick Mahomes' career, and it did not result in a touchdown.
Very rarely do you have offenses.
Cooper right in the back of Hunt, and they'll have a 3rd and 1 on the way.
And you can see how close to the vest they're playing the game right now so far.
The teams are going to let it run down to the 2-minute warning when we come back. It is Hunt territory, Hunt time. For time to converse with his coaches. 2-minute warning. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
2. Yeah, unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases with the Active Cash credit card from Wells Fargo. Score unlimited to us.
You just said it. They're on a historic pace, but it's right up top right here. Riley to go with the ball, and Mahomes was ready to do it. Aggressive play call on 3rd and 1. We all thought it would be Kareem Hunt. He's up again like they've been all year.
And now there is Mims, who had the Ariza will be kicking it at the 2. That's going to be big number for him right there. How about 61 yards?
Don't get them a Yeti. Unless you like dogs that are always wet. Eyebrows, heights, the burns, the hell, the hot water, the no hot water.
Remember, in the Patrick Mahomes era.
5 for about 8. With Bolton in the area, about to bring him down anyway, had he not slid.
Denver's end of games against the Spagnuolo defense.
Stepping up again. The theft was intended for Pat Bryant. This is Roland Wallace, who made the tackle, by the way, on that long Mims.
Been playing slot today quite a bit. They like the matchup in some ways, and we saw Bryant have it in this situation.
But now it's a 3rd and 2, and the Broncos bring in Lil Jordan Humphrey, who they brought back this week, and that's going to be close for Nix in a 1st down.
This is a huge, I'd call time.
Tranquil was the one who tackled him.
He's thinking right now, well, if I'm Denver, I'm just going to go ahead and take this all the way down, take a timeout, then I would punt.
And there's a timeout called by the Broncos. 1 o'clock games and updating the late afternoon action. The likes of Buffalo coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report. Tony, would you punt here? I mean, now we're seeing all the analytics always say
at 35-40 seconds. I would now punt the ball if Kansas City would have taken a timeout points. But I would punt it now because Kansas City allowed the clock to go all the way down. I know that's weird, right? Just to
bring out Crawshaw. And he's tackled at the 24. 52-yard punt in 27 seconds with...
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the experience of this trainer.
Good to go.
But getting that trainer.
No, it's not for that.
Who are you?
Patrick. I play football.
This is Patrick, everyone. Give it up for Patrick.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Range. All day it's been a little bit difficult to determine Denver if Kansas City's throwing it for sure. Well, they're throwing it. Should have tried to get out of bounds.
Yeah, he circled around in the wrong direction.
Yep, now it's timeout, obviously. Just a simple deep out.
Yes. Sideline's over here.
Hey, exactly.
Over here.
Well played.
So Butker's career long
here, right?
Bringing your own football these days.
Well, these guys get off the ball. They're up there early.
Yeah, we'll see what the officials have to say about this.
False start, stopped at the time of the foul.
Good explanation there by Adrian Hill. As Simmons.
He's got to go ahead and wait. On the road, we have a silent count. We don't say, wait, 80, wait, jump. See how the center's head is down? He goes up and tells the center, switch to this protection. Okay, he's going to look at him, leg goes up, snap.
There, the pass. Oh, it's dropped by Rice.
Oh, my goodness.
Somehow Mahomes delivered it right on the money.
And Rice usually comes up with these. Jones doesn't even think it's coming. He just dropped it. We've had 2 or 3 drops today, getting in point territory where you have an opportunity to kick a field goal almost.
That would have gone for 22.
Hit him right in the ribs. Reminded me of the Rocky movie. Hit him in the ribs.
Final of the half. This would be a 30-second timeout.
That was genius. They had a...
Tony, to amplify your point about how important this game is, again, Kansas City started the week outside.
Jacksonville beat them. This is why it's huge. If Kansas City loses and goes to 5-5, which I don't think we've ever seen that happen in the Mahomes era.
And Colts on the... They double team on Benito to allow this pass. Went to Kelsey, incomplete. Surtain's done a good job.
I thought it was a great route by Kelsey. I think he got held a little bit before. Kelsey with a great route. But Barron's coming on.
Yardage to bring out Butker, but still not go too far down the field to burn out the clock.
It's a down. You got to throw it quick.
Well, it stops with 1 second. And the timeout is called by Kansas City.
485 Bears basically in sacks, and you're going to want to send out Mahomes to throw a 70-yard throw.
The game not that long ago when they went underneath the coverage. Of course, it was Tyreek Hill, and he ran through the Dallas second.
Correct play call. We'll see if Denver watched that game too and is prepared for it.
The Hufungas and
kind of down here. Good job. They're prepared for the quick one as well as the deep one. Now he's got to change the play, changing it. Gives you a little better chance. Gives you a chance.
Neutral zone infraction defense, number 15. 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
Trying to find somebody that can replicate Tyreek's speed back in the day. You got some burners.
I think Benito knows it's a pass, just to give you a heads up.
Yeah.
He's going to try and jump the snap.
Cooper came back in for the run him, and he's got him again. Look who comes up. It's McMillan. McMillan comes, go down to Trace.
Well, Coach, points hard to come by with these 2 defenses. What more do you need to see offensively?
These penalties are hurting us. So if we can get rid of those, we'll be fine.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Exactly what you've been saying so far.
The defense has done its part, but the offense stalled after that first drive.
Listen, we've done a good job. Advantage, we think. Offensively, we'll pick it up here. We converted some 3rd downs. We had good field position with the return game.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So they run it with Hunt to start it out here in the second half. He picks up 3. This is a team that won all these close games last year in Kansas City. 17 going back to 20 in the close games.
Yeah, surprising to hear that right there. But at the same time, run the ball, Kansas City.
His hands. Tight coverage, too, provided by Abrams' drain.
What's crazy is that is a perfectly thrown ball. Just right there, time your jump, put your hands up and high point it. Under extreme pressure, your body and mannerisms. Here you go on the road against this defense. Mahomes special.
3rd and 7.
He's normal.
He's released. And now the pass is picked off. Look out. Here he goes. It's Barron, the rookie. The first round.
This was one of the worst throws, I was going to say, of Patrick Mahomes' career that I've seen. But he might get a huge
tag. Defense, number 21. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Called on Moss. It's past 5 yards.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know. That was the coin flip, that one to me. A monster decision right there.
And it takes away the touchdown, and now it's new set of downs. Kelsey on the go. Makes a legal contact call against Moss. What'd you think, Gene?
Yeah, Jim, even though they're engaged at 3 yards, when you ride 8 yards, is going to draw a flag for illegal contact. That's what you're seeing Riley Moss do right there.
And Tony, he was past 5 yards. It was like
touches you after 5 yards. Riding is a great point, Gene. That I could see. Did it really move his body leverage and angle?
Picks up 4. Now you think they're going to run it twice in a row? That's what you've been crying for.
Yes, I mean, to me, though, I really want to go back. Possibly I'm going to harp on the point that he had leverage on an outbreaking route, the defender. Moss back the play, totally for getting open or not, to a guy who also wasn't even close to the ball, which shouldn't matter.
2nd and 6. Kelsey's got
Mahomes sees the defense and says, if you want to take away the run and rush from that side, I'll throw the ball.
He was down at the 27. They go back to him again. He is warming up. 3 catches on this drive for Travis. Back to you, Adam.
Jim and Tony, this is sack number 4 for Myles Garrett today. First player ever with 12+ sacks. 10 Browns leading the Ravens in the 3rd. Back to you.
They better figure out a way to win one of these games with all these sacks by
5-man rush here, which means you got to get this ball out quick.
Here's a 1st and 10. The flag at the line is Hunt.
Is this on Taylor? Another penalty on the right tackle, 74, being off the line too far.
Yeah,
4 was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
Tracy talked, if we can just shore up the penalties, you got to be up here. Look at everyone's head has to be on the center on that line.
Got a Tushy and a Sprightly. We're on a roll here today.
Yeah, we're rolling.
1st and 15.
They're hurting themselves.
Mahomes stepping up, dumping off, and Tunyon, 1 yard.
I thought he might have a little bigger.
Well, he was a catching force. He had one season at Green Bay in particular. We get that kind of sense talking to the coaches.
Yeah, a little bit, but they're like, yeah, we need to get involved in all those things.
Almost 2 quarters to go. 2nd and 14.
Worthy in the slot. Ding, ding, ding.
Here they come. Nod knocked him down.
Watch this. Cover 0, all-out pressure. And Andy Reid calls a perfect screen at it. The problem is it was better defended. Gives Sternad credit for being prepared.
Vance Joseph telling us our focus in the offseason was to be dominant. Looking for options. Trying to get away from Franklin Myers and throws. Takes off, slips through the tackle, and Thornton's not going to let him get away. Thornton knocks him down, and the ball goes out of bounds too.
But Mahomes, these guys all got hit right after the play.
So 61-yard return.
And that's 2 technically interceptions on that drive, but it was bound to happen either way, it looks like, Jim.
Who has been, again, one of the guys that have been filling in for Pat Surtain.
It's cat quick, but he comes off at the end. He was guarding him man-to-man, headed back to the 5-yard line by the end of this, is my guess.
Possession to Denver.
To Denver. By the way, there was a fumble at the end. Chiefs almost got it.
Went out of bounds, yeah. You saw Andy motioning his team. We're not going to win this one. Go on to the sideline.
To the change of possession. First of all, foul, illegal blindside block against the return team 98. That penalty is to force Denver bench. That penalty is declined. It will be first down, Denver.
He's at the unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on the Chiefs. Quite a change of possession it is.
Enter the Jeep and gave to me 12 switchbacks winding, 11 rubber duckies, 10-inch touchscreen, 9 pine trees, the waves, and only one.
Exactly, and you know the whited area, you've got to leave that for the officials.
Those penalties cost Denver 54 yards of the return, but on the bootleg, 3 yards short. By the way, at the end of the play, how about Tyquan Thornton? All effort that he had. Look at Mahomes come down there, too, and hustle.
He's done that so many times where his instincts take over and saves turnover.
Well, I mean, he does these things that you just don't see anyone else do.
Correct.
2nd and 2.
So we're giving him credit for the hustle. You should. But also, that was a monster interception, which points are vital. 3 points are huge. It's a game of threes, you said. Raining through.
All we have when the line of scrimmage on all of them were inside the red zone. The defense is starring today. Not a surprise. Nix throws it at the feet of Bryant.
Hard. But you know one of the best players on Kansas City is Chris Jones, who disrupts them, has brought it today, Jim.
He's had his best half of football we've seen this season.
Yep, continuing here to start.
Round the quarterback and swing it over to him. Here's Marvin Mims. And that's Rowan Wallace again making it. They keep trying to find some way to be explosive. We talked to Bo about this. He says it just...
They finally got out of the huddle faster. They need to have a better operation from the play call in so Bo can get up to the line faster. Look, got to be faster.
It's 3rd down. Maybe it's Sutton time. He's got only 1 catch so far. Going down the field. And these two go back to college together at Oregon. Talking about Nix and Franklin. And they are really becoming quite a connection.
The blitz, and guess what? Harvey comes all the way over. That might have been a chance.
His longest play of the game from scrimmage, went for 35. There's Sutton, and he's down at the 27-yard line, and now they got
out over and over again in the first half and in the previous game. Just a little bit too much time. Great job in there. They're going to keep him in, it looks like, or they switched this one up. Now Harvey's back in.
It's Harvey, 1, maybe 2. So far in this game, Harvey again taking the lead back position, catch for 2.
You see how fast they've gotten out of the huddle on this drive?
It's made a difference, hasn't it?
Keep watching that right here. A lot of volume, and that's always pretty good. Sean Payton's strength. Had Drew Brees forever. 2nd-year QB. Let's get him up there.
Gets it away quickly, and Harvey is tripped up by Brian Cook after.
Take a look off the top side, bottom side right here. Corner blitz. Where you blitz from, Jim? Well done by Bo right there to diagnose it.
Again, they get the play in quickly. They get Jones back in on that defensive front, lined up right over. Goes down to the 8-yard line.
Now you're seeing the rhythm of Denver. First read. Got a bubble over the top right there.
Bring in the 41-year-old Mercedes Lewis for this play. Number 89. Tight end, spent much of his... Here's a handoff to McLaughlin. They run right behind Lewis, and he gets to about the 3.
And he took on Ominahu. Watch right here. That's blocking a D-end. And he goes ahead and seals him off.
I was approaching 6 minutes.
Give George Payton credit, GM for the Broncos, bringing him in.
It's McLaughlin. Straight ahead. Jones has a hold of him. He's a push. And there is a flag on the far side at the line of scrimmage.
Number 95. That touchdown,
Jaleel McLaughlin.
Just imposing their will.
Those doing it along with Troutman. And now the extra point.
We're not saying there's a changing of the
point to make it a 7-point lead. Well, they picked off Patrick 6 minutes and 9 seconds to take the lead by 7. Postponed the surgery until the day after the Thursday night game. And now he's in recovery and anxious to get back on.
Story. He told me several words come to mind: whirlwind, emotional, thankful that a random drug test, and believe it or to be back to playing after the bye, and he said he wanted to share the story with the world. So a cancer survivor, guys.
No question, as the pass goes incomplete to Worthy, and he's also been an inspiration to all of his fellow defensive teammates as they've come to the sideline. He's been in this game.
Yeah, he had the green dot call. Mine said about you, buddy.
2nd and 10. Kelsey right in the hands of Sternad. And the guy that took Singleton's place, he's going to be a head coach again in this league. There's no question. But we asked him of all the things his defense has done, and they've been dominant. Which one's the... And here we go with a 3rd and 7. Low snap. And Mahomes going to launch it low. Then slings him down at the 10. They may have marked him down where he caught the ball originally. But Tyquan ball.
Wow. This is a big-time throw. I guess Patrick Mahomes has played in a few big environments with where they were and what the coverage looked like. Under incredible pressure, staring down the barrel, trying to will this team, get them back into the division race.
Pass over to Smith.
With a guy running at you is just rare. And he throws it right behind that. I don't think he was touched, so this is correct. I'm telling you, that's
in the return
correct
of Rice and Worthy, but showing some big-time game this year. 2nd and 4 to Rice to collapse that opening rather quickly. Great play by Talanoa.
Well, that's going to be intimidating force in the middle. He's got a huge motor, and he thumps, and now we've got a 3rd and 1.
Stadium in 11 quarters. Hunt.
He's great at this. He's
driving, getting some help. That's close. Touchdown from the near side.
Other side, they did the same thing there. Instead of stopping forward progress, and use Ray Smith helping the push, and then coming in at the end is the rest of the Chief gang.
Cross, and there you see the near side linesman calls it a touchdown.
This is to win the division, to knock him out of the playoffs, all these things in one. Mahomes' ability for that 3rd down play, and he does it, and it correlates to a touchdown.
Touchdown confirmed. We had hard-earned touchdowns at both ends. Well, listen.
I mean, it's not, but it's big. This is big.
In the first of the 2 matches, it'd be really almost impossible to win the division.
Yep.
Here's Butker to tie it at 13. It's Thornton. Maybe a little push off there, by the way. No call. 61-yard play.
Taxes was feeling unwelcome. TurboTax stores. Meet our experts in person. They're ready.
Flat to the week and how this offense has played, Tony. What do you think he's done so far?
Well, I think he's done a good job. I mean, they had the same thing as Mahomes.
During the return, holding against the receiving team, number 51. 10-yard penalty for the Falcons.
The edge, so to speak. Check out this.
This is great.
7-game win streak, 10 in a row at home. Makers at the wire. Still has it, and he's going to go down the field. He's got his man. He having his finest performance. But he's shaken up after the long pass play that went for 48.
He's in the backfield. Sorry, right here. Up top. Brian up here.
5-0 on the season. The best 4th quarter team in the league this year. They start the 4th with a 2nd and 1. And it's caught by Prentice for a 1st down. And this team, again, they're winning the close ones, straight 1-score wins coming into the year.
Yeah, they haven't been great this year, but they're more at full volume right now. They got everyone back, but I do think the lead actually on the last one. But to me, this is actually the moment right here.
3rd dump at first, and then they'll go with it with Harvey. And the rookie, they weren't trusting to get the hard, tough yard.
Perfectly. Extra old lineman here. Look at the holes out here. So as soon as you get that, you just got to bounce right out back to where that hole is. Great patience.
Keeps the drive going at the 19. Here they toss it. Harvey trying to get away from Karlaftis. And he's going to lose a yard on this.
It's going to be a good play, but Karlaftis slow plays it coming off the line, playing the run, and then using his great length and finish some of these sack attempts he's had because he's getting around the quarterback more and more. Impressive.
Bidet 11. Here comes Jones. He's trying to set up a screen. Bidet just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You see Jones winning quick. He knows when it's a pass attempt. Screen gets out. You have to throw it a little sooner than...
By the way, Bryant was checked for a concussion, and he was cleared, and he's back in for this snap.
Boy, is he...
Lofting it to Sutton and Cadest. Then Lutz is coming onto the field.
Bo Nix wants this. I think that's probably a good no call. Both guys fighting.
All right, 38 yards for the lead. Will Lutz. Good again, 3 for 3.
I think you called the 1916 overtime game.
Yeah, who knows? I know somebody did. Brad and Gary and Jenny will have one for you on Saturday. Meantime, 1st and 10 as the handoff goes to Hunt. Really hard and averaging about 4.5 yards a clip in the last month.
Little eye candy. Evan Smith come across the field. And I think that watching the tape and seeing Kansas City this year, this might be the most efficient.
Here's a run play this time stopped, and you see 66 as Suamatia went out with a concussion, has not returned in the 3rd quarter. He went out.
Throw it from gun.
2nd and 10.
Here's that packet
from the pocket. Now widening it, rolling out with a flag down in the backfield.
Cooper with a great get off. It's going to be a hold on 71 Simmons. Where is it? It's going to be right here. Okay, decline.
Penalties decline, 3rd down.
So it'll be 3rd and 9. Had they taken it, it would have been 2nd and 19.
Surprising a little.
Simmons holding Cooper.
And the reason you do it, you do have the best 3rd down defense in the narrative long. But Patrick Mahomes is on the other side.
Who's coming? They rush 4. Able to get away. Now it's on McMillan with the hit to jar him out of bounds. It looks like it might be on Taylor this time.
After being held, turning the corner. Incredible.
The result of the play is that the runner was short of the line of the game. Hold.
So they got the left tackle, then they got the right tackle on holds.
And just chase down Mahomes. I mean, that is your outside backer, defensive end. Boy.
They sit him out for this critical 3rd and 19.
I would take advantage of that. Slide the line the other way.
And Brown is there, and a flag's on Moss for the 2nd time.
Work running all the way down the field with Brown. Just needs a little more poise at the end right here.
Automatic 1st down.
What's crazy is that
your best, maybe the best pass rusher in the league.
He wouldn't have had that much time. You're exactly right. And now you give, I don't care if it's 3rd and 9.
Yard penalty. Now at the 25. A little out of sync on that one.
Just has to figure out a way to dump the ball because he's about to take a shot right at the end. Ooh,
that's
right
a little
into the
shove by.
You're just making him angry.
He's got a 2nd and Kelsey in traffic, ridden down by DJ Jones. Now you got a 3rd down.
If you haven't been watching Denver this season, it is so difficult. Tall task, but it is Patrick Mahomes, who's never not played in an AFC title.
3rd and 6. There's the pass. What an effort by Travis Kelce. He sets Denver.
Not shown up in big moments. And boys, he's shown up today. He pressure, and right there, Hufanga does not miss many tackles, but no one was tackling Kelce on that play at times.
He was tied with Priest Holmes. Extra point blocked. It is blocked. Who blocked it?
You're right.
His sights on the end zone. He found a way to get there. And there's all 5 of their wins have been by double. Just taps it for a man of his leg strength down to the 2. And it's run back on CBS. We're going to bring you, how about this? Jonathan Taylor, Daniel Jones, the Indianapolis Eastern with JB and the guys, the NFL today. Again, you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and streaming. This is this week. And next week they got another opponent with just 2 losses on the season, leading the AFC South.
We talked.
Oh my God! Here's the give. It's McLaughlin. And he gets burst to him that looked like he might be able to break it into the open.
Huge tackle by Noddy.
This is a kid who's going to come up. They just couldn't cut him. He had a preseason game where he rushed for over 100 yards, and Sean Payton said, I had to give him a spot on the team. He was always running hills.
Shifty.
2nd and 6.
To throw to, that's going to be called intentional grounding.
Now they're looking around and should be confirmed here.
Intentional grounding off.
Well, Spagnuolo has ramped up the pressure on Sean Payton in this second half. He's trying to get outside the tackle box, and you were, but then you kind of throw it from back inside.
8 degrees, that's what it was. 3rd and 16.
Now they shouldn't pressure here. They should back out. See how they're all.
Nix goes underneath. Got a chance. Going to come up 2 yards short as Prentice. 35-yard line.
I'm going for it.
Okay. And
the amount of time on the clock, there's so many permutations that change. Timeout, score of the game, home, away. Who's your quarterback? Who's the second call? If you got 2 calls up, you just got to accept it and go ahead and call it. Snap it.
First.
False start, offense, number 69. 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
That's all timing, wasn't it?
And Sean wanted to, he's talking to the running backs coach, the wide receiver coach, tight end coach, being like, when I tell you the personnel that needs to deal. It's hard enough to think if you're going for it or not. That's why it's like boom, 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 and it's got to happen.
Including Tennessee and Cleveland. They're 8-2. This is the 4th one of the night. Jack Cochran was in on him and just missed by a whisker.
On the kickoff, making the tackle, extension, and then almost.
8 minutes to go. Sternard comes up with a little, it looked like Noah Gray may have been jumping.
Before the snap, false start, offense, number 83. 5-yard
On your new CBS obsession, Sheriff Country, is all new this Friday. First and 15. From the end zone, got rid of it to Hunt. Instincts to get rid of that. They were on him fast.
Exactly right.
The Kelsey touchdown, by the way. Get his.
Everyone in blitz. And when you do, Kelsey, his longest run went off today, but they need him right now.
Second half, 67 yards on 6 catches and a touch. 2nd and 12. There'll be a 3rd and 2 on the way. That's Kelsey. It's Kelsey with the catch. He's now, look how many catches. That's 7 in this half. His rack yards on the touchdown.
Yeah,
that's the most he's had in the game in 2 years.
Yes, and it shows you literally like it's 2022, 2021. And I'm like, that's encouraging for Kansas City. He's been
low snap fielded by Mahomes. Looks to the sideline. It's incomplete. Trying to find Rashad.
Just great defense by Denver, passing everything off. Now it makes it a very difficult throw and stay wide and make the throw easy for Mahomes, giving Denver another chance as a great
3 and out though, delivered by the Denver defense. Eliza to send it to the dangerous Mims. Mims out to the 45-yard line. 59-yard punt, a 26.5 to go this season, doing the same thing. It's just been the drama and the massive comebacks they've delivered. Nick still has it, and he dumps it off to Troutman. And he's got about
Jim Nance, 4th and 1, and we have a fake tush push. Mark Andrews spins, runs it in 35. Sanders and the Browns are driving. Back to you.
How about a fake, you Adam? 2nd and 2.
Ready.
Up the middle, run of 7.
That's a big play. Simple play out. Easy pass. Run the ball. But at some point, they got a funny. We'll see if that continues.
Sutton with 2 catches on the game. Here's the give again to Harvey.
Well, we've seen some of these long drives today. Not a ton of plays, right? That's only the 50th play, in this second half. And could you be wearing down the defense? Hard to say with only 50 plays, but.
2nd and 5, 4.5 to go. Already in field goal range.
I'd be playing the pass here if I was Kansas City.
And it's just out of reach for Franklin. They have been quite a connection with 4 touchdowns.
Side leverage by Watson. He has really minimal help. It's actually
a little bit.
Ball just a little too far. Technique was really good being on the outside with a long defender like Watson.
And they're down on this play clock again.
Expect pressure, yep.
Sutton. Now they're going to say he was out.
Guess who showed up when you need him? Change a whole lot.
That's a catch.
It is.
That'll be 3 yards closer for Lutz.
2, but yeah, maybe 3 if you're a bit. Chris Jones brought it today, by the way. He disrupted that one right through the line. Big kick here.
Lutz coming out for a 54-yard. 4 for Lutz to tie the game. He does. 19.
And that was all set up by the hidden yardage. And this is an absolute when they got the return and gave him in good field position.
They've had Lutz go 4 for 4. They've had Mims with a PAT just so huge.
Yep.
And now Thornton steps out of bounds. You got Mahomes with 4.
The last minute, last 30 seconds of games, 30 career game-winning drives to do that. And now you got a key moment again this season on the road in one of the.
In our meeting this week, he said we can't let Denver's defensive line wreck the game. They had so much post intercepted as knocked down by Hufanga. As they're going back to Kelsey, getting wise to that now.
And this team today with 12 targets, 9 receptions now, and thinking that this ball staying in Mahomes' hands, just to give you a heads up.
Looking for options. Now you got a 3rd and 10
against the number 1 third. That was so close. Let's just listen to this. This place is.
Here comes the blitz, and they got him back at the 14. It's McMillan for the 2nd time in this.
I want you to watch. The blitz is going to come off and has to hold on to it. And at the end of it, McMillan with another huge play in this. One of the biggest games of his life.
Guy that wasn't even drafted into the league. To the 26. That was a 66-yard punt by Ariza. This PAT, it was Crum, 73, backup tackle, 6'7" this Crum. He was played.
100%.
Of course, last year when they met at Kansas City, winning attempt by Lutz that was denied.
Great memory, big guy.
Over to Bryant, by far best performance. 5 catches, half the total he had on the season coming in.
Well, he's got her, especially when you're on the offensive line. Oh, are they going to have to take a timeout for this? You got to step up and just call a play.
You got a 2nd and 5.
Just a handoff to the right, right?
Got the 1st down. We'll check the flag first. You lose your shoe, and then you lose your one-on-one battle.
Palczewski grabbed Tranquil right there at the end. I don't think you really needed to.
Away from that, but
you never know, because we saw Kansas City overcome a penalty earlier. I would actually be expecting pressure and get out and take the shot.
2nd and 15, launch down.
He's so sticky. Watson recovers very quickly, keeping his leverage at an incredibly high rate.
Defeat the Cleveland Browns to extend their win streak. We're coming down his fourth quarter, his 84th. But it's 19-19. These two teams that have combined to win the last up the middle for about 4. That was it for Harvey.
This is really smart, in my opinion, by Denver and Sean Payton. Run the football. Anavar with 2 first downs. So to me, now what do? Kansas City will take a timeout after this play. If
Nix's pass up in the air, incomplete. Bolton batted it in the air. Pass was intended.
Know that he needed to stem as far inside toward the defender. Bolton's all over him. Ingram. No, dude, normally under incredible pressure.
He gives you blitzes and blitz packages
exactly.
that you don't know.
You're exactly
that you have never seen.
All down in here. That's 11 guys. Then back. There it is.
3rd and 6. Pass. Got to make a move for the sticks. In a little bit. The nose of the football appears to be on that unofficial yellow line.
They're going to try to trick Bo, thinking everyone was coming. As soon as you get 11 guys around, you're like, you're not bringing them.
He's got to make a move on.
Shouldn't have gone backwards. Should have just fell forward.
Not down yet.
But you don't always know exactly where the sticks are. I think that's a first down, and they get. I really think we got to see his knees there. Because if his knees never touch the ground, then it's an obvious first. Does a knee or shin? No, they didn't. That is a first down. And then look at, see how the hand is underneath right there? The hand's underneath Sutton. That means he couldn't be down there, and he's correct. If his hand wasn't under there, you could make a case for it. But the fact that it is.
James.
Yeah, Jim, I think he actually has it by an entire football. I agree with you guys. I think the arm of the defender helps him.
1 to go.
Timeout, Kansas City.
Now the Chiefs call.
Here you go, 4 game-winning drives. Second most in the NFL this year. But he's also been incredible at stuff.
With a chance to take an absolute dominant position in the division if they can pull off a win here.
Ready?
On first down, 2, and another timeout called by the Chiefs.
This is such a unique situation right here. This next best chance to get a first down is right here. But you also want to make sure that the Chiefs use their out in big personnel to run it. They're going to go ahead and sit in base, but right now they're going to spread you out, I think.
There's the target line. Just
coming, or are they not? He's deciding with.
And it's caught by Franklin, and the Broncos are set up now to win the game. A 2nd and 8 with the game on the line. And the Chiefs will call timeout, their last.
I want you to watch. Watson's right here. He's asking, who do I have? Okay, I got him. Well, he's going to go. He stays outside leverage where the defender can't see it. What a perfectly thrown ball. Great route by Franklin. High level runs and catches by Franklin.
And now if you're the Chiefs, you're trying to figure out of timeouts. What do we do? Just sit here down if they even try to run a real play?
You let them score. If Denver is prepared, they will. But Kansas City, we'll see if they pretend like they're going to go ahead and tackle here. You got to sell it.
I don't think Nix is doing anything here. Weirdly, almost the same distance that Lutz had last year at Arrowhead to beat Kansas City last year. Sean Payton said it was a pivotal point for his team to know they could compete with them. They didn't win that game. Put it on the right hash. Sean's talked at length about that. Leo Chanel blocked it, and that preserved
week.
And guess what? This is going to be, I think it's going to be right at 35. This time it's going to be dead center. No messing with the hash marking.
You spend all week, Kansas City. Dave Toub, one of the great special teams coaches in the National Football League, consistently on every single rush. You save it for the end of the game. Whatever they have, they're going to run it right now.
35 yards. Lead position in the division. They almost could not be denied. 35 yards. Will Lutz. He's already made 4 today. Lutz. Where that division will be at that time.